Hey guys, this is Action of Violence here. What a day. I'm gonna go over two promotions, one video. Gonna wrap it up all in one night so I can enjoy my Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna take tomorrow and just study for the next week of fights because it's crazy how many fights we have to go through next week. Doing all this and tonight will give me that time. So let's start. Moving on to Fury FC. Let's do Fury FC first. I can do that the quickest. We made 28 units on Fury FC, and yeah. So we cashed. Let's start with Darren Whitney versus Markel Medeiros. Now Darren Whitney, I knew was going to be a problem at range. I knew he had pretty good strikes. He was game. But yeah, I knew he was too heavy on his foot. And Markel's very good with calf kicks and his footwork. And he was causing Darren a lot of problems. And I don't think Darren had many answers for him. And Markel just dominated and cruised to a decision win. Very happy for him. He deserves a win. Moving on, though, we had Kabalara versus Adam Martinez. God, Peter's so big compared to Adam. Like, Adam needs to start cutting weight, man. Like, that's a joke. Should not be walking around with that pudgy. Like, it's not conducive to your long-term health, and it's not conducive to the sport. Like, you won't get the most out of the sport. Peter Caballo did what he did. He glued to his back and just rode him out for the whole round. He did some good work, but I'd say Adam, I feel, fought with more heart. I feel like if it was more rounds, Adam might have edged it, but I don't know. It was a close fight. Peter deservedly got the win, but yeah. Moving on, we had Eduardo Quintero versus Justin Mccormick. Now, I was very worried. I thought I was about to lose a 5-unit max. Eduardo Quintero has a Muay Thai background. I did not know that. He drops Justin with a beautiful elbow, hurt him with a knee. I thought it was all over, but Justin, like the savage he is, crawled back from adversity, came back, battled back, and got a submission win via what was it? Triangle choke? Yeah, it was beautiful. I don't know how he's gonna do against guys with more grappling experience, but he doesn't seem to be the most chinny or doesn't like to take damage. He's likes the quick nights of the office and pretty performances. So gonna remember that moving forward. And yeah, but yeah, we came out, got the 5-unit max. Very happy about that. Moving on, we had Gabriel Calvera versus Robert Garcia. Now Robert Garcia came out trying to start imposing his game plan. But Gabriel Calvera was just the better fighter, and he proved it. And with that finish, I feel Gabriel was just picking his shots until he found the perfect one. And yeah, Gabriel Calvillo got the win and his first professional win. Congratulations. Moving on, we had Melvin Lopez versus Isaiah Torres. Now, I did not predict Isaiah Torres to win. I should have taken his like the competition he's faced more seriously. I thought by his physique he would wilt. But no, it was Melvin who ended up wilting to the pressure and the boxing of Isaiah. Isaiah dominantly won his fight. I'll remember that going forward, that the kid is game. It's just a matter of the opponent he gets. Yeah, moving on though. Oscar Herrera versus Jesus Martinez. No, Jesus was landing some beautiful kicks. He was actually looking like a problem at the start. But Oscar proved why this guy is 0-6 with his terrible grappling. And Oscar sunk in a nice rear naked choke to end the first round. Oscar Herrera, definitely one to watch out for, but also one that not to take too seriously because he had some problems. Moving on, we have Ciaran Harrison versus Aaron Young. Aaron Young snatched up the armbar real quick. Couldn't bet on it for some reason. Um, I didn't even see Aaron Young on the card. Like I didn't see him like on the fight card. I also would have bet him. But yeah, moving on. I'm not going to talk about that fight because I didn't bet it or make a prediction for it. But I had Ariane winning, so I'll just go with that. Davin Jackson, my superstar, came out of the woodwork with a beautiful KO. Mans is definitely on roids, but he hits like a truck, and he has great cardio, great wrestling, great explosivity, and he got the job done against a pretty game opponent, George Martinez. Needed that win. He got it for us. And yeah, moving on, we had Robert Washington versus Joe Borschig. Robert, we had 2 units on. I was very confident in Robert. I felt like he had all the tools to get the win here. This guy, Joe Borschig, literally had people from Fury FC that worked there cornering his fight. Like he is he's just he's there for the good time. He doesn't take his career too seriously. Opposed to Robert, I feel like that was his last fight, and he went out with a win. So he had a lot to ride for. Plus, he was a Fortis guy. I doubt he's gonna let Safe Sayud down. Very happy about that prediction. Moving on though, we had Shane Torres versus Kale Moniz. Now it started to look pretty bad for Kale with his because he likes to go for strikes more than he likes to fight the defense sometimes, and that's what was costing him the first round. And then after the second round of him repeatedly doing the same thing, Shane got tired because there's a lot of wrestling. And Kale, man, oh my God, he just highlighted the man with the most beautiful uppercut, and just yeah, it was like Derek Lewis-esque with Curtis Blades. It was beautiful. Guy didn't it was beautiful. Kale is a superstar. Keep working on his grappling. And he'll be a house. He could be a big star in UFC. But yeah, moving on, we had I didn't even yeah that fight never took place, so I'm not going to talk about it. Alberto Geo versus Jacob Silva, my MVP of the card, came through for us. It was close, but he came through for us. The biased commentators were annoying me, saying how Jacob Silva was edging rounds off of his back, which is absolute bullshit, or sorry, bullcrap. So I'm working on swearing for YouTube and monetization. Don't want to, you know, ruin my reputation. But yeah, Jacob Silva won maybe the first round, if that. Trujillo just dominated him on the ground with control. Trujillo is a beast. He has a great cardio, great heart. Always game. He has a lot of holes, unfortunately, which won't take him to that next level, but he is a good fighter, and I'm very happy he got the job done. Jacob Silva now has a negative record. I don't know. I think he might just have to focus on hosting birthday parties because, man, I mean, records truly don't matter, but I don't know what his goals are. Moving on, though, we had Chris Piccaro, sacrificial lamb for Mr. Sawadi. That was that was kind of hard to watch. That wasn't even fair. Chris Piccaro literally is on the twilight of his career, and Al Sawadi's ain't trying to get in the UFC. Just terrible matchmaking, but it is what it is. I got the win. I'm happy. Al Sawadi got a highlight, or not a highlight, but something to add to his highlight reel. So that'll be good. I'm happy for Sawadi, and yeah, we did pretty good with predictions so far. Moving on though, big error on my part. I should have saw this coming. Isaiah Gutierrez with guillotine submission loss. He always gets into guillotines every single fight against lesser competitions. I should have saw this coming against a black belt. I should have saw this coming. Carlos snapped up the neck and did not let go. And yeah, when you face someone with a good enough squeeze and doesn't, have like day one jiu-jitsu, you're gonna end up tapping. So sorry, Isaiah. You need to work on some stuff. That was unfortunate and quite frustrating to watch. So moving on though, Carlos Vera is going to be interesting to watch as his career develops. Moving on, I had mistakenly Austin Jones, thinking that he would have that power, which at times did show, but Evan Cutts was just a more technically proficient fighter. He uses jiu-jitsu very well, and it was just an all-out clinic from him. But yeah, it was a spotty night with me with predictions, but not as bad as it was with Cage Warriors. So I have to say I did pretty good with predictions compared to the Cage Warriors. And then as far as profit wise, we made 28 units, so can't complain. Moving on though, let's get into Cage Warriors. Let's get into it. Come on, sorry. Bear with me. Okay. So, let's start at the bottom. We had Bill Wilson by decision, and it was a quick finish. Bill is unfortunately not very strong, so he couldn't do the nice hitchhiker escape. He couldn't really do any escape because he had no real strength to do it, but yeah, he's also not that good on the ground, so that didn't help. Matt Hampton snatched it up and just didn't let it go. He now has a positive record again. Yeah, Bill was a flash in the pan, I feel like, and maybe he's game and will be back, but I don't know. Only time will tell. Very disappointing loss, though. We had to make that up somehow. So we made a nice play with our dog of the night, which I'll get into later, with our favorite of the night and our dog of the night. So moving on, though, we had Roberto Hernandez taking on Brian Mitchell. Brian Mitchell was very cocky, and he had power, so he had a right to be, but he didn't have much skill to back it up. He had some footwork, but he didn't have much skill. Roberto just clinicked him. Like it was kind of nice to watch. He humbled the guy. I don't know what humbled him, but he dominated. And yeah, I am very happy with that performance from Roberto. He got the win for us. Nice 1 unit cash. Made us 1-1. Moving on though, we had Damon Wilson versus James Settle. Damon Wilson just, yeah, he did what he had to do. TKO first round or second round, I can't remember. I think it was the first round. Yeah, the doctor had to stop it due to a cut. I'm telling you, these foreign promotions and their cuts, they don't like them at all. But yeah, got the win. Lock of the card cash. Couldn't be more happy. 3 unit cash. Let's go. Moving on though, we had John DeJesus versus Brandon Larocco. Brandon, little beast, is never going to be a prediction of mine again. He is such a flamboyant, like, I'm not even going to say the word because I don't want to be canceled, but he's just he's a special type of guy. And John DeJesus is a beast. He's a gangster, and I did not think that he would have such an easy time with Larocco, but he made it look so easy, and I kind of saw it in my head before the fight. I really wish I took DeJesus hindsight, but it is what it is. Moving on, we have Jordan Bailey, my dog of the card, taking on a veteran JJ Ambrose. Yeah, it was now or never, and unfortunately for Ambrose, it's never. Jordan Bailey, he's showing that he's improving in his game, striking and his jiu-jitsu. His guillotines are a thing of beauty. JJ Ambrose, unfortunately for him, he got to feel his guillotine firsthand and tapped in the second round after being dropped. It was nice because I needed that win. Cashed a 4 unit chase play. But yeah, moving on. I'm not going to go into these fights very in depth. Like I said, I have to cover both promotions, so I can't. Chasen Blair versus Jeffrey Craig. I'm going to call it a robbery. It is a robbery, and maybe not the worst robbery I've ever seen, but it's a robbery. Jeffrey Craig won the last round at most. Chase and Blair won the first two dominantly. It's not even a discussion, but whatever. They're gonna rob my guy. It is what it is. I lost 4 units. I should have just did a 2 unit to win 1 unit play, but I got greedy. It is what it is. Um, if I didn't do that, we would have had a plus day. But again, hindsight's 2020. So really unfortunate turn of events. But what a really, really bad decision of mine, other than the Larocco pick, was picking Elijah Harris. Oh my lord, was that hard to watch. Guy has no striking. His jiu-jitsu is subpar. His wrestling's terrible. It was really hard to watch. Guy needs to retire and focus on coaching surfing or whatever he wants to do on his spare time. Guy is just not good at all. Trey Williams isn't good at all either. He just is slightly better. But yeah, Elijah Harris really let me down. Jason Blair didn't let me down. I mean, he did with his cardio, but he won that fight. So, and then Larocco didn't let me down because I knew he was going to lose. So that's on me. But Bill Wilson did let me down. So that guy, those three did let me down, and then yeah. But yeah, moving on. Another upset. I had James Lynch winning this fight by decision. Being early in his career, I should have saw this coming. Facing a guy like Eric Sanchez, who trains at Team Alpha Male, I should have kind of saw this coming. With the grappling heavy games James likes to impose, Eric knocked him out in, I don't know, a round or two. Yeah, it was a beautiful knockout though. I'm amazed by his performance. I don't think he's has a very high ceiling, but he's gonna keep competing, keep beating prospects, keep beating guys, good guys, and yeah, I'm happy with how the night played out. We ended up profiting over 50 units. You don't just get nights like that often, so gotta take tonight as and really, really bask and appreciate, the opportunities that I've been given. And yeah, I'm appreciative of you guys for following me along for the ride. Until next time, guys, let's get into a new week. Let's have 5 or 7 cards of fights to cash them all. Let's cash everything, a single card this week, guys. I'm aiming for them all. But until next time.